As we look at red letter Christianity and the whole spirituality of a red letter Christian, I'm always amazed at Jesus. He's always taken off by himself. Mark chapter 1, verse 35, I think it says he goes to a solitude place to pray. Where does prayer fit into the life of a red letter Christian?
You've been on an airplane, haven't you? And the stewardess, or we call them now flight attendants, comes on and says, now, should you lose air pressure, these masks will drop from above you. If you're with a child, first of all, put the mask on yourself. Take care of yourself first, then take care of your child. Point being, if you don't do that, you may pass out before you're able to do anything for anybody else. You've got to take care of yourself spiritually if you're going to have anything to give away to others.
It's a great illustration. Like prayer is the oxygen
exactly
of this red letter Christian.
Yeah.
Yet here's the struggle, because I'm fairly young. I'm not super young. I'm not super old. But you go home, and now you've got Facebook, Twitter, email, all this technology. How do you slow down? It's addictive.
One of the great social scientists named E.F. Schumacher, in a book called Small is Beautiful, some 50 years ago, said, there comes a point where too much technology is destructive. Up to a certain point, it improves our quality of life. But there comes a point at which it becomes destructive. I think technology has become too intrusive into our lives. It's invaded us. It possesses us. I see people out on dates in restaurants going, have you seen that?
Yeah.
They're not talking
I'm guilty of it myself.
They're not talking to each other. Yeah. You got to watch out in church. You got to stand up in the church service and say, now, if you have your cell phone or your, please turn off I want no text messaging. Well, geez, what's going on here? There was an article about the first week of January of this year in USA Today newspaper. The headline story was, the year we stopped talking to each other. That was the bold headline. We no longer talk to each other. We Twitter, we Facebook, we do all kinds, we don't talk to each other. I think Jesus would have a very difficult time. They asked Muggeridge, that great English philosopher who really brought Mother Teresa to the fore, how would Jesus use television today? And his answer was, he wouldn't. There's something about the media that can destroy us if we're not careful. There's a great story in Mark, I think it's about the 6th chapter, where the disciples who have been out doing the work of Jesus, casting out demons, preaching the gospel, and they come back and they're bouncing off the wall. And the scripture actually says they're so excited that they're not even taking time to eat. And Jesus, calm down, let us go to a still place and be still. In answer to your question of what do I do as a young guy with all these pressures on me, all this technology, it would be a good idea to imitate Jesus. Here's what it says over and over again in Scripture. Check out the red letters of the Bible. It says, and while it was yet night, Jesus would get up and go out and be still with God.
The Red Letters is a 6-segment DVD series of conversations featuring Tony Campolo with host Colin McCartney. In Tony's unique and compelling style, he draws viewers focused to the teachings of Jesus Christ, particularly in regard to social issues.
When Jesus says, "Sow whatsoever you have and give it to the poor," I don't know that that's subject to interpretation.
The message in the Red Letters is radical, to say the least.
When he says, "Love your enemies," the words of Jesus are very clear.
6 thought-provoking video segments with accompanying interactive questions, Campolo challenges complacency and asserts that these are the issues that Jesus spoke of directly. The Red Letters DVD with Tony Campolo is our thanks to you for your ministry support. To order your copy, please write or call 1-800-265-3100. You can also make a secure online donation through crossroads.ca.